everyone, welcome back to Baby Kings. This is Eric, and basketball season is almost upon us. It's time to start talking basketball. And the Seattle SUPERSONICS, the classic team, all the way from the 60s up until around 2008, could be coming back. There is talk of expansion, and expansion very soon. About 3 seasons away, the Sonics could be back. One of the big questions, though, is do they get their history back? Because remember, the Seattle SUPERSONICS moved in 2009 to Oklahoma City, took all their history with them because it was the same franchise, but they completely changed their uniforms. Now they wear blue as opposed to green. They changed their name. They're not called the Sonics anymore. They're called the Thunder, obviously. And honestly, Oklahoma City doesn't have much to do with Seattle. So you would think if the Seattle SUPERSONICS were to return, they should get their history back. Latest NBA rumors say that the Sonics could be coming back to Seattle, as well as possibly a team in Las Vegas, right? When we talk expansion, always Las Vegas seems to be in the conversation. But as of now, those are the 2 cities that could be getting a team in about 3 or 4 years. If there's another city to jump in the mix, likely could be Mexico City. So there's also talk of Mexico City as well. I would guess Seattle and Las Vegas sound more likely. That's a pretty cool graphic right there. Right now, expansion could happen as early as the 26-27 season, but more likely the 27-28 season. So about 3-4 seasons away. And while this would technically be an expansion franchise, so the Seattle SUPERSONICS would be creating a brand new, Seattle would be creating a brand new expansion franchise that technically never existed before. But the expectation is that Seattle would regain the Sonics name from Oklahoma City, although there are some people and some news organizations who say the Thunder shouldn't give it back, which is insane to think about. But as of now, Oklahoma City has all the Sonics records, all the Sonics championships, everything. But not everyone thinks they should give it back, at least not right away. Clemente Almanza with the OKC Thunder Wire says, should the Thunder gift the Sonics their history back? No! Not until their fans apologize for their rude behavior towards OKC over the years. Yeah, that's kind of weak right there in my opinion. Clemente Almanza, all due respect, fans of a franchise are always going to be pissed when their franchise moves to another city. Some of them will talk trash about that city. Some of them will be rude to that city. Some of them won't be. That's just the nature of it. Fans are not going to apologize, don't need to apologize. Sometimes you just got to do the right thing. And the Seattle Sonics history belongs in Seattle. Maybe not now since they don't have a team, but if they get a new team called the Sonics, give them back their history so that they can claim their championships that were rightfully theirs, that the people of Seattle celebrated, not the people of Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City needs to win some of their own championships. They almost did back in 2012. They need to win some of their own championships. They really had a chance back in the day with Durant and Westbrook and Harden. And now they got a really good team again. I don't know if it's good enough to win a championship, but that's what they need to do. So you can have your own history to be proud of. But they need to go ahead and give that history back. And the word is that's what they'll do. This is just one guy. This is with the OKC the Thunder Wire, Clemente Almanza. But the story is that the OKC Thunder will give the SUPERSONICS their history if Seattle gets their new NBA team. The Thunder were not always the team fans know and love. They were the Seattle SUPERSONICS. It sounds just crazy to even think about that because they feel, well, the only connection that comes to mind is Kevin Durant, who did wear a Seattle SUPERSONICS uniform for 1 year. Other than that, they don't really have anything in common. So, I mean, a few players also obviously came over back in 2009, but none of them, to my recollection, stayed with the Thunder very long other than Durant. And none of them really became big superstars as far as I remember, other than Durant. There he is right there in his Seattle SUPERSONICS uniform. So that's a cool connection between the two. I mean, the two are linked in a way, but to go so far as to keep their history and stats and whatnot and championships after they've got a new team, that's just too far. So I'm glad to hear that the Thunder will be willing to give back their history. As of now, it's not like they're going out and wearing Sonic uniforms for throwback nights. To my knowledge, that's never happened. The Thunder don't really acknowledge the Sonics championship. There might be some banners hanging somewhere that show some of their championships, but they do have plenty of conference titles and whatnot. I believe they only have one actual NBA championship in 1979. So there might be a banner hanging there in the OKC arena somewhere, whatever that arena is called nowadays. It changes its name every couple of years. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about this story right here. And do you think the Thunder should give the history back? Does anyone think they shouldn't? I mean, that's just crazy because the fans were rude a little too far. Let's just be all the way real with it. But I'm hoping the Seattle SuperSonics come back. Because I like the Sonics. I like the Thunder too. I would love them both to exist and both to have their own history. The Thunder have a history. They've been to the finals. The Thunder have made lots of playoff appearances. They're building their history. And Seattle has their history, and they should get it back. Let me know what you guys think. We'll talk to you in the next one.